Hello, folks. This is Bob Safale, and I'm very, very happy that all of you are attending tonight. The first thing I want to find out is to make sure you can hear me clearly. So just click on your little hand on the upper right-hand side, just so I can see that you're actually hearing me. Just click it on and off, on and off. Okay, very, very good. Just to make sure you can, in fact, hear me clearly. All right, fantastic. Well, I want to thank everybody for attending tonight. We are now recording, and this is a particularly important webinar because I'm going to be addressing. I'm actually breaking this up into two pieces, just because of the nature of the information is so important as it relates to really properly setting up um, your success in the crypto coin world. So that's what we're going to talk about. But before we get started, I do want to remind everybody the purpose, why we're all here, is I am going to be discussing trends, cryptocurrency trends, and there's some more shakeups occurring and big news, and also tech news. Now tonight is kind of heavy on the tech because I'm going to be kind of walking you through successful strategies on how to buy all types of coins and how to put money in and get money out and how to store your coins properly. And this is very, very important because if you've heard in the news, there have been some instances where exchanges were hacked and people lost their coins. So there are certain things you need to think about and think about doing so that you, in fact, don't lose all your coins, in a given situation. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. But before I get into that, I always like to give you current events, current news, what's happening. And today, at the crack, no, not necessarily the crack of dawn, but this morning, I shot with Kevin Harrington the show segment regarding Celebrium. And this show will be on Fox Business Network. It is a weekend show, and I will, as soon as I know when it's going to be broadcast, I will certainly let you know. And it went tremendously well. Kevin Harrington, who is one of the original stars of Shark Tank, one of the original investors, he's also been on. There's probably no TV channel or news program that he hasn't been on, from The View to Fox to CNN to NBC, ABC, CBS. He is the inventor of the infomercial, and the guy knows. The guy definitely knows about investing, startups, small businesses. He's been involved in the startup of over 500 companies. So the cat knows what he's. I think his overall sales that he's generated has I believe reached $7 billion. So it's a very, very good show segment. We definitely get into why Celebrium is at its cutting edge, and I got to tell you, Kevin was really blown away. He was very, very surprised at what we're doing and totally agrees that how we're going to make a market by offering the digital collectibles first to our small group of people, then to larger groups of people, and then after selling a certain amount of the collectibles, then having the celebrity promote to the social network, which then creates a situation where the collectibles all sell out, and then the only place people will be able to get them after that is on the trading post at Celebrium, and that's where your price of your collectibles will start rolling up. So he thought that was actually brilliant. So that's pretty good. I mean, hearing from a guy who's done $7 billion in sales, one of the original Shark Tank guys. It's nice to hear, I got to tell you. So let's talk about another piece of news, and this is really big news. The second largest stock exchange is about to launch a zero fee crypto trading app. Now, a lot of people are getting, all excited about the zero fee. My thing is that once again, it's another major institution that is voting with their feet. It's another big financial institution that is saying, okay, this crypto world is here to stay. And once again, this is very, very significant because you are way ahead of the curve of all these newbies out there. You're an early adopter. And to give you an idea of how big the Stuttgart Bourse, which has daily trading volume of $100 billion. Okay, so they're launching the zero fee cryptocurrency trading app. It's an app, a smartphone app, and it's dubbed Bison. So it's set for launch in the fall of 2018. So as I've been saying, you have a lot of people who are big financial players who are now diving in to this cryptocurrency world, and it just creates more interest, more people, new people get involved, which means more buying. And what you're seeing now is you're seeing a faster growth rate of new people getting involved with the crypto world. It's a faster growth rate than the number of companies starting up. That's a very good sign. So I know that some people get a little concerned every once in a while about additional regulations, but that's actually a good thing, because if the regulations are done right, at least the first round, and so far it looks pretty good. If the regulations are done right, two things happen. It keeps fraudulent companies out, which is good, because I don't want to see big cases of companies that are getting in trouble, because then that scares people away. And the second plus is that there are trillions, I said trillion, not billion, trillions of dollars that are sitting locked up in pension funds, huge pension funds, like teachers' pension funds in California, New York, Illinois. You have giant funds. You have some managers on Wall Street that manage by themselves funds in excess of $1 trillion. Well, these funds can't touch any type of investment that has a risk threshold that's low. They also can't invest their funds in categories where there's virtually no regulation. So there are benefits to it. Now, if it goes crazy, that's not good. But every indication so far is that whatever has been put in place in certain countries, it's been fairly reasonable. So that's a good thing. So when you're talking about the second largest stock exchange in Germany now getting involved in the crypto trading world, it just means more flows, more currency flows. This is very, very, very good news for everybody that's associated in the crypto world. So let's get into my subject, which is tonight I'm going to be really addressing a lot of questions that have come across the wire here, as they'd say, and it's going to be all about how you set yourself up so that you can trade and purchase and trade currencies safely, and how you can get your money in swiftly and get your money out just as swiftly. Because if you structure yourself correctly, you can do that. And if you structure yourself incorrectly, by gum, you cannot. And if you structure yourself correctly, you not only can get access to the more stable, well-known currencies like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, okay, Zcash. You want to be able to access those, obviously, but you also want to be able to access that second tier of coins. And you've got to set yourself up properly so you, in effect, can access that second tier of coins. So the first step, I call it step one, is to set yourself on simple, easy to use, easy to deposit money into, easy to get money out of exchanges that are called fiat exchanges. Fiat, F-I-A-T, fiat. That's another word for, money, like dollars, US dollars, euros, yen, Japanese yen, that kind of thing. So fiat is basically, kind of like, we'll just call it central government or government currency. Like I said, US dollars, things like yen, euros, that kind of thing. All right, because there's two types of exchanges. There's exchanges that take and allow people to buy and sell currencies with cash, with fiat. And then there's exchanges where you can only acquire currencies with other currencies. Like obviously, if you have a currency like a Bitcoin or a Bitcash, Ethereum, you can. Those are your big currencies. There are exchanges where the only way you could acquire the second tier currencies, or for that matter, any other type of currencies within the system, you have to do it with currency to currency trading. So the first thing you've got to do correctly is get yourself up on a fiat simple exchange. The simplest fiat-based exchange is Coinbase, by far. And that's what most people start with. Very easy to sign up with, very easy to do the individual verification, because that's one of the toughest steps in getting started. Is when you get involved with an exchange, if those exchanges are operating legally, they have to do certain regulatory actions. Once again, regulatory. And one of those things, at least in the United States as an example, is they've got to know who the heck you are because of anti-money laundering laws, AML laws. Every bank, has to follow AML laws. Every savings and loan has to follow AML. Any lending institution, they have to verify who the heck you are and follow your transactions, because there's, bottom line is it's very, very tough, hard anti-money laundering laws. And so they're all about following it. And so Coinbase is set up in a very, very smooth and efficient manner so that you can sign up for Coinbase. You can provide them the information about who you are in a very easy, it's a very easy, step 1, step 2, step 3 system. Right down to how you load your picture off of your license onto the platform so that the AML, the security checks can know who you are, They have your information, what your picture is, and all that. You have to do all that stuff. If you want to basically get involved in the cryptocurrency world, you're gonna have to sign up, and they're gonna have to verify your identity. So Coinbase's system is very, 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 very simple, and it's very easy to load money into Coinbase, and it's also likewise easy to get money out of Coinbase. The other another exchange, it's a fiat exchange where you can buy and you have to go in there and understand what I mean by that. But Coinbase, GDAX, they are great fiat exchanges. So once you've done that, the next thing you can do, and this is how you get into buying other currencies, because GDAX and Coinbase don't get you into being able to buy things like Ripple, EOS, Zcash, on. So your next step after you kind of got used to, buying and selling currencies, okay, is you need to then get into an exchange or exchanges that are crypto only exchanges. Now, how do you do that? Well, you join an exchange, and then you move your Bitcoin or your Bitcash from your Coinbase or your GDAX over into the crypto only exchanges. Now, the biggest one out there that's been around the long, this is the single biggest exchange out there. That's a crypto only exchange. And the name is Binance. 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 And they allow you to acquire, buy and sell dozens and dozens of currencies. So, and their trading volume is the biggest in the world. So they have got a lot of movement back and forth. You can pick up, and purchase currencies very easily in there. And once again, if you want to easily get your money out, you can simply move money from Binance, your money, I don't mean money, I mean currency, cryptocurrency. You can move your cryptocurrency out of Binance back over to GDAX and Coinbase, and then pull your money out very easily, your cash. Because Coinbase and GDAX are set up for people to move cash out very easy. Okay? So that's how you can get into those smaller currencies. Here are some other currency only exchanges. Bittrex is another one. Now Bittrex is one of the top. I mean, they're consistently in the top 10 exchanges in the world. Been around for a long time. Got a nice, and I think what they've done recently is they have a new interface that's been introduced that I understand is pretty swank. So you've got Bittrex, which it's a top 10 exchange. Once again, with Bittrex, you could buy many, many, many different types of currencies. So if you've been trying to get Ripple, or you've been trying to get Neo, or you've been trying to get whatever, get your Coinbase open, get your GDAX open, put your dollars into there, get some movement going, and then you can take those Bitcoins or Bitcoin Cash you bought in Coinbase, GDAX, you move that crypto over into Bittrex or over into Binance, and then away you go. You can start trading. Here's another one. Now this is one of the largest euro exchange. It may be the largest. I don't know. It may be. It says it's the most popular. I mean, popular. I don't know if that's the largest in terms of volume, but they're big. They're very, very, very big. They're European. You could feel relatively comfortable that it's not going to get hacked. It's not going to go away. You're not going to find it gone one day. So, that's very important for you to understand. So that's a crypto only method or exchange that use crypto to buy other crypto. So remember, you got two types of exchanges. You have a fiat-based one that allows you to buy with cash, regular old, I keep on saying cash, but regular old US dollars, euros, yen, and a multitude of other currencies. Then you have your crypto-only exchanges. Interestingly enough, those exchanges typically give you much more access to many of the lower first-tier currencies and your second-tier currencies, newer currencies. They don't allow you to buy everything there on CoinRank. They don't allow you, to buy everything. But listen, it gives you access to dozens and dozens of different coins, which is a good thing. Okay, now let's move to the next part of setting yourself up in the proper manner. Okay, you need to not have your coins, your cryptocurrency, just sitting in your exchange vault all the time. And even in, something as big as Binance, Bittrex, Coinbase, GDAX, it's not a great idea to just have all of your coins, your crypto, sitting in exchanges. Because I could talk blue in my face, say how secure these exchanges are, but you'd never know. And there have been some pretty significant hacks. I mean, I think I just read about one that happened not too long ago that was a $500 million hack. Boy, that would not make me very happy if I have, $35,000 worth of, 3 or 4 currencies and all of a sudden they're gone. So here's what you have to do. You have to have a wallet. And there are 3 types of wallets that you can utilize. And you have to be able to utilize the wallets the right way. Now, here's what I mean by that. Obviously, you can kind of break up your cryptocurrency into 2 buckets. One bucket would be, and let's just say your total bucket, your total amount of crypto is $10,000 worth. Let's just use that number for right now. So you have the amount of money / crypto that you want to have quick and easy access to. I mean, real quick access to, which is your, kind of your lightning round trading currency. Like all of a sudden, if you happen to be using a Vantage Point or some other trading software that's giving you prediction, and all of a sudden that predictive software tells you, hey, wait, whoa, you need to sell. Or, if you follow news or you're doing day trading, you need to have a certain amount of currency / money, fiat, sitting available to use instantly. So let's say out of your $10,000, you consistently are trading and utilizing $3,000. Okay, just say it's $3,000. Well, what do you do with the other 7,000? This is what your wallet is for. Okay, there are three categories of wallet. The first category of wallet is what's called a hardware wallet. Now, this is an example of a hardware wallet. And that simply means that you're able to essentially put your crypto in the hardware wallet, and your hardware wallet can essentially be disconnected from the internet. It's called an air gap. AIRGAP, air gap. So you can protect your currency by placing your money, or your cryptocurrency in a hardware wallet. Okay, so that's where you would stick your currency that you don't plan on accessing or touching. It's kind of like called a little your savings account, for a lack of a better term. So you want to have a hardware wallet. Then there's the second type of wallet, and there's a Ledger wallet is a very, very good hardware wallet, extremely good. Your second type of, and I'm going to do my air quotes, quote unquote, hot wallet. That's your HOT. A hot wallet is actually with your exchange, like your Coinbase, your GDEX. They refer to that storage area as a hot wallet. And that, of course, is what I was referring to before. That's where you're going to have in the scenario where you have $10,000 worth of cryptocurrencies, you would have your hot wallet for quick changes, quick trades. So that's the second thing you're going to want to have. Your third type of wallet is basically a software wallet. Now, it's kind of like it's in the middle of between a hardware wallet and to the internet. It's connected in some way to your computer, your laptop, your smartphone, and obviously, the downside is, let's call it always on or connected. Software wallet is always connected in one phone or your desktop, or how many still using desktops. It's always connected, so you can have a security issue, a virus. So there, obviously there's not as much security online in some way, shape, or form. That's why the hardware that's air gapped, meaning there's air between your internet connection and your hardware. That's why you had that. That's your most secure. Is a software wallet. Types. A simple software wallet is one that's provided by Jaxx. JAXX. Very nice wallet, software wallet. And now it's limited in that it's a limited number of coins that one can acquire through the wallet, but that's a very good, and it's easy to sign up for. I mean, that's one of the things that so many people have complained to me about is, dang, it's hard to get set up. So that's something that that's one company that's quite good. Another one is Electrum. That's ELECTRUM. They have a very, very good reputation, good reviews in terms of software wallet and two-factor authentication That's big things, folks, is that two-factor authentication. It is also decentralized, which is, obviously. So, yeah, I just kind of want to go through these one more time, just so you really, really. So the first thing you want to do is you want to be able to get on. You want to brand new, and I'm sure we're going to put this recording up at Digital Frontier News, and we're going to have people who have yet, starting to get involved with the crypto world, who are going to be hearing this for the first time. Start with Coinbase. It's simple, simple, simple. Start getting used to. I mean, yeah, you can only buy Bitcoin, and you can only buy Bitcoin Cash, and you can only buy Ethereum and Litecoin, but that's okay. It gets you started. But the good news is you could put your money in easy, pull your money out easy, and then I would graduate up to GDAX. It's a faster system. Get involved with is cryptocurrency only, and that's your Binance, which is the biggest in the world by far, or your Bittrex, which is in the top 10. Okay, so any one of these you pick, you're going to be pretty safe. You're going to be pretty good. Or you have Bitpanda, which is European. So if I've got some folks that are in the crowd here that are European, Eurocentric or whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't really care. You got Bitpanda. So those three exchanges are where you can move your Bitcoin or your Bitcoin Cash from your GDAX or your Coinbase over into either Binance, Bittrex, Bitpanda, and then from there you can access all sorts. I mean, dozens and dozens of other coins. That's the lower first tier coins, and then some of your second tier coins. And once you've got a nice little healthy profit from your movement, then you can move those currencies. You once again, if you have Ripple and you've done really well, then you can convert the Ripple into Bitcoin and then move that Bitcoin back over to GDAX, Coinbase, and pull your money out. So that's the second piece of the puzzle. Then you really, 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 really need to have your wallet set up properly, because you don't want to expose all of your currency, your cryptocurrency, out there on exchanges. And once again, I'm not trying to scare you. I just don't want to see anybody, reading about how Binance just got hacked, okay? And all your money's gone, all your crypto's gone. So you want to get maybe your ratio is 70% of your currency you hold in wallets, 30% you hold into what are called hot transactions. And so you've got your hardware wallet for your super, super, super secure storage. You've got your software wallet just in case you feel a little, maybe you're a little bit more daring, who knows. And here, once again, are two examples of software wallets. All righty. All right. So I want to show you one other site, which is really an analysis site, which could be very, very helpful to you. And I actually use this a lot because because it gives me an idea what's happening. Because particularly if you're trying to find currencies that the trend, maybe there's an anomalous currency. Maybe your trend is 80% of currencies are downtrending on a given day, but then there's 20% that are uptrending. So this is a site you should go to as an intel site. It's called Coin Ranking. Coin Ranking, and it ran. I think they got like 3,000 coins. So what I do sometimes, right now, obviously there's a lot of movement right now. Who knows what bad news story the finance guys are scaring people with? But I use this to take a look at trends and see if there's any currencies that are moving against the trend. Okay, like obviously in this case, you'll see the trend right now is red. Okay, but then all of a sudden you see a green. Okay, and that's Tether. And I just kind of look for currencies that the trend is different. Like you see LISK, LISK here, that's number 24. It's only dropped about 1%, whereas everybody else is dropping anywhere from 6 to 10% in the last 24 hours. So I roll through this and I take a look at the ones that are suddenly changing. Okay, like Augur. What the heck is this? Here's a currency that is up 11% in the last 24 hours. Wow. Versus everybody else, many others that are downtrending. That's, so a currency you need to take a look at. Once again, that's a big difference between everybody else. And literally, this has 3,300 currencies on it. Okay, 3,300. It's called coinranking.com. And take a look at some of these are jumping so heavy. Okay. All right. Syscoin, Funfair. What the heck are these? So, if you got an extra 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's some pretty important insight as to what's happening. One, deep brain chain. Who the heck knows what that is? But I also like currencies that are lower end. That's a 9-cent currency, folks. 9 cents. Almost 10% jump in the last 24 hours. That's really this lower end currencies. You're going to have to really search for exchanges and exchanges that actually go as deep as 200 or 300 coins. They're out there. Maybe a little tougher to get into, but they're out there. Here's another one, Quant Stamp. Pretty interesting. So this is a great, maybe learn about currencies that this one's 20% up in 24 hours. What the heck are they doing? It doesn't mean they're doing, who knows? They're trading just under $1, So, maybe they suddenly just sent a press release out where they maybe got some big contracts all of a sudden. And maybe that trend of 20% could be a long term. In fact, let's just take a look at it. Okay, here's a little, okay. So let's just look at this. This is the one that's up 20%. Let's take 7 days now. Okay, now it's pretty interesting. It's flat. And all of a sudden, ba-boom, it goes up 20%. It's highly possible they've got a pretty juicy press release that just went out. Let's look at its 1 month trend. Well, now this is pretty interesting. Its peaks are at about 70 cents here. Here that's 83 cents. This peak is at 90 cents. Let's go back to 7 days. Okay? And let's go back to 24 hours. 93 cents. So this looks like a pretty interesting currency. And now is when you start diving down and do a little bit more of a deep dive on these guys. Then you go back maybe 1 year. Okay, they're new. Looks like they did their ICO or whatever. And they did it, wow, just before, wow, they did it at Christmas, just before Christmas. Now they've been as high as $2, almost $3. So obviously that was all the excitement, and then it kind of settled down to earth when all the big financial institutions were pounding on everything for 3 or 4 months. But if you roll back to 1 month, it looks like it's stabilized a bit. It's at, at 18th of April, it's sitting at 57 cents, and it's just been gliding up. So that's an interesting one to look at. But that's how you go and you look into those charts, which give you 24 hours, days. Do another one. Let's look at social media market real quick before we wrap things up here. Yeah, it's up to 8 cents. It's been kind of running around at this interesting one that's running around 6 cents. Let's take a look at what happened in the last 7 days. Dang, well, that's not too groovy. Okay, it looks like it's continuing down. Let's look at 1 month here. Boom. Okay. That's 1 month. So it's been kind of slowly downtrending. Let's look at 1 year. Yeah, this is interesting. This is a weird one. Looks like they had a little, they had a little bloop in October, and then stopped trading. Not much trading at all. I mean, almost nothing. So that's kind of a weird one. I'd be a little concerned about that one. But at any rate, this gives you a good feeling of a tool called CoinRanking.com. And this is a tool where you can start getting insight into what's happening in the marketplace. So I hope this has been helpful. Let's go ahead and do our 10,000 cloud coin drawing. Go to random.org. Okay, let's go ahead and put in the number of people we've had here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who wins 10,000. Woo! Number 169. Boy, they've been at the higher levels recently. I want to see some more. The first guy in. I think we had one where the second person in had won just a few weeks back. But number 169, you are the big winner of 10,000 cloud coins. We do have some very interesting development happening with CloudCoin and an exchange. I am digging down into what is happening with a potential exchange. I've heard reports from CloudCoin on this exchange, but you know me, I'm going to kind of dig down there and find out and confirm, what I've been hearing. So I want to thank everybody for attending tonight and watch for the newsletter. We're going to be putting more news in the newsletter, more hot tips in the newsletter, at least one hot tip that goes out with the newsletter on Saturday. So I thank you for attending tonight. Appreciate it.